we're live. And we're going to talk real quick about Jerry Brown. Why is Jerry Brown important? Jerry Brown just happens to be important because he's one of the guys that started the blacklisting. See, because when you end up having all kinds of websites and you have this serious presence and you're a reoccurring candidate, which means you don't even have a chance to fill paperwork out. We're talking about in between elections, okay? In between. There is no paperwork to file, which means I have all these websites, all these things built up, and Jerry Brown decides that he's going to run for governor, but I'm already running for governor. And he hasn't actually filled anything out yet. So he announces, and right away, all of a sudden, he appears on the list as the current candidate, as the number one candidate, and I'm number two. I'm number two because my rating by cross-connectivity and web validation, the way it used to work, had me being validated with previous presence. Chronological order already stating that I was the candidate for the election cycle. So you end up with a situation, I was number two, so I get a notice from Google that says they've complained. There's been a complaint. So, yeah, so they're going to turn around and completely change every rule about how you get access and get validated in search engines. In other words, let me shorten this down to you. They just basically bowed their neck and says, we're just going to blacklist everybody and choose who to put there. It doesn't matter what your web presence is. It doesn't matter how much advertising you got. We're just going to arrange this because the state of California has complained and says you need to fix this. So this is the beginning of an attack on a candidate. This is an articles violation. You do not have the right to attack other candidates' camps. Blacklisting, algorithmic isolation, electronic. In order to do that, to do algorithmic isolation of people, you basically have to put everybody in a series of capsules and prioritize them. That means you've been electronically kidnapped. This makes sense to some of you. So let me show you a little bit more here.
Michael Crosby here, running for office.
Okay, here we go. This is the
I
site.
want to talk about FRAC for a minute because I basically have the strongest